Today you join me as I drive this beautiful 911 Carrera T from my home here in Manchester all the way down to Barcelona for round 9 of the 2025 Formula 1 season. Join me as we travel over 1,200 miles through France, through Spain, through some beautiful scenery on this great adventure with one of my closest friends. So without further ado, sit back, buckle up and enjoy the ride. So this is the car taking me to the Formula 1 in Barcelona. Now you might be wondering, Mark, you're doing a car walk round. Why are you sat inside the car? Well, in typical British fashion, it is absolutely tipping it down. This is the 911 Carrera T. It's the 992.1 variation, and that's very important because there is a 0.2 variation now. And this was one of the last cars to be made before they released the 992.2 when I picked it up from Porsche last September. In fact, the day I picked it up was plate change day, so this is one of the first 74 plates in the country. But it was also the first days that they released the 992.2s, and also the day they released the new Macan EV, which I have test drove, which was absolute phenomenal car. But for the price, for me, was not great. You know, it's the same price as what I paid for this. Now, tons of different variations with Porsche. The Carrera T sits in between the base Carrera 4s and the turbos. It's a car I genuinely believe, and not just because I own it, I genuinely believe this is one of the best variations of 911 to have. For exactly what we need it for in the UK and exactly how we can drive in the UK, you know, it's a great amount of power. It's a proper driver's car. You feel proper connected to the car. It's got a lot of the kind of extras that come with the turbos, in terms of, you know, the alloys and, you know, some of the features and the tech that comes with it. And it's just an absolute phenomenal car to drive. The interior then, and going through the interior in order. So we have the sports steering wheel that comes as standard. On here we've got all the different bits of tech that we need. We can control the dashboard menus, so cycling through here and on the other side as well, if it lets me. There we go, and you can cycle through the other side, and all of these menus are customizable as well. And there's, you know, maps, sports chrono, all that different kind of stuff that we can do on here, which is absolutely great. You have your fuel gauge, you have your rev counter, speedo in the middle, which can be between MPH and KPH. Drive mode. So if I switch this switch here, so obviously we have Sport Plus, which is just absolutely leery. Individual, and if we go all the way back over, and for most of what we're driving in the UK today as well, we have wet mode. I'm going to leave that on Sport at the minute. This button I'm going to take you through later. This is what I call the retard button, and it is absolutely fantastic. Left hand side speedo, and then on the far left as well, you can see we have some information there which we could personalize. Now, in terms of gearbox on this, so we've gone for the 8-speed PDK automatic, which comes with this funky little knob on here, which is a really good responsive gearbox, really nice. Obviously controlled with the flappy paddles as well. If we want to put it into manual, which you can see there, we can select manual when the car is switched on. A couple of other things then, obviously we have our infotainment system in here, so Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, navigation, radio, all that kind of good stuff. Obviously all the car is controlled through here as well. Really good stuff on there. We have the panoramic sunroof, and then in the back we've gone for the option of no seats on there, which is pretty much standard on the Carrera models, but you can add those back in at no extra cost if you wish. The one that we test drove did have the seats in, and my wife sat in the back way before she was pregnant, and it was not very comfortable, so that wasn't really a problem for us. So in terms of engine then, what we've got in this is the 3-litre flat-6 twin turbo that pushes out 380 brake horsepower and 490 newton meters of torque. Really quick car. Absolutely phenomenal. We took this onto the Autobahn in Germany, and I'll put the clip in, and you'll see in the clip we got it up to 200 and something kilometers an hour in that clip before I got cut off by an I4, which was really irritating. And then on the final run before we got into Switzerland, I had a bit of space and I managed to get it up to 170 miles an hour. I do think the car had a bit more. I certainly didn't. I very much shat my pants because it is phenomenally quick. Porsche say this will do 191 mile an hour topping out. I don't doubt that. I'm never going to get it up to that, I don't think, unless I take it on a track or on an airfield, which I have no intention of doing anytime soon. I'm going to take you on the walk around the outside now, show you around the outside of the car, talk about some of the features that we've got on this, and then, without further ado, I think we should probably get on the road. So the route that we're going to be taking today, or over the next 24 hours as we drive from here to Barcelona, is as follows. So we left Manchester mid-afternoon, drove all the way down to Chichester to pick Craig up, along the coast to Folkestone, quick Euro tunnel across to Calais, and then through the late night, early morning and the afternoon to northeastern Spain, all the way down to Barcelona. Okay then, so like I say, this is the Carrera T, and you can see that by the Carrera T style decals on the side. So this is all stickered, and this, I believe, comes as standard on the Carrera T models. It certainly was on the two models that I've driven. And then you can't really see it very well, but we have the stickers on here as well. So some of those do come up in different colours. I'll try and show you a photo of the one that I test drove and throw that as an overlay on the video, and you'll see that's different colours. We've got the off-coloured alloys with the I think it's called the subdued Porsche logo on there, same as what you have on the turbo. Front fuel filler cap, which is great. As you can see, my front number plate is currently off, but you know, sensors, cameras all the way around, intercoolers all through the front grille. You'll see as well on here we have our frunk, which is actually surprisingly quite spacious in there. You can fit quite a lot of stuff in, so that's pretty much nearly there and all ready to go. We have the grey coloured, obviously contrasting, what you call them, wing mirrors, and then obviously the rear spoiler as well. This was up because I switched it into Sport Plus mode, as you can see. But yeah, that's the car from the outside. Absolutely beautiful car, beautiful looking car. Drives like an absolute fucking hooligan, and I love it. So I'm 4 hours in. The phone mount I've just spent £22 on keeps breaking, so I can't now film because this sticky bit doesn't fucking work unless I've not stuck it properly. And I still have 101 miles to go. I'm currently on the M40 in standstill fucking traffic because I think people forget how to drive in straight lines. And then to top it off as well, a gadget at the drive-through that did my coffee didn't put the fucking lid on properly, so I have absolutely fucking rinsed coffee all over my new All Saints t-shirt and have scalded my chest. My chest is now literally that hot that when I put this hoodie on that was wet from the rain, it is now dried out, bone dry on my fucking chest. It was horrific. So I've now got next to no coffee left. I'm stuck in traffic. 4 hours in with an hour to go, and I've usually done the trip by now. And yeah, I've still got to get to Portsmouth, so that's going to take me from here is usually about 2 hours when the traffic's flowing. So we'll see how that goes. And then got to get to Folkestone. There's a train at 11:30, and then the next one's not till 1:30. I want to be on the 11:30. It's now 7:10. Don't think that's going to happen, so I think it's going to be the 1:30 train. Let's see. Okay, so update. Past the accident, which was yeah, some people shouldn't have to have a license. Honestly, people just shouldn't have a license and just shouldn't be able to drive in the wet or in a straight line or just at all. And genuinely, I think when I become Prime Minister, the laws around driving are going to change so much, because there are so many terrible drivers in the UK, like fucking taxi drivers in Manchester, mate. They're going to be made to do a driving test twice every year, because I swear to God, half of them have never passed a fucking driving test. But anyway, I'm now at Cheveley Services, just putting out Cheveley Services. Got myself a little coffee, and we are on the way to Portsmouth. So, plan of action, scran. Gonna stop off, gonna see one of the boys, go have a quick waggers, get on the road, go see Mumsy, make sure she's alright, go pick Craig up, get to Folkestone, have a cold pint and wait for all of this to blow over. And yeah, get on the road. So let's see where that is at. Second fuel stop, 78.33. So that's about £160 in fuel already. So, Craigie John, pick Craigie John up. Can't see Craigie John. Craigie John's holding the camera because my camera mount is shit. On our way now, we've refueled. So that's fuel stop number 2 of the day. That's £160 in fuel, and we're not even out of the country yet. I left Manchester 7 hours 35 minutes ago and have only just got to Portsmouth, essentially. So yeah, a bit behind schedule. Train is booked 2:25 ETA into Folkestone in an hour, so it gives us an hour to get there, get checked in, probably get pulled over by customs and the police, because we're 2 young lads in a stupidly obnoxious car with no front number plate on. Get on the train, get all the bits for the car sorted, and have a little bit of a nap before we get off and slog it the other side. See ya in Folkestone. We are here at Eurotunnel Le Shuttle. Have finally made it down to Folkestone. It is currently 1:20 in the morning. I set off from Manchester at 3:20 this afternoon. The traffic has been absolutely horrific. So time to get the car stickered up and ready to get on the train, get some coffee, something to eat, and a quick bit of head down. We've got about 20 minutes before we board, and then we're on the train for probably be about an hour, including load and deload. So yeah, and then it's the long slog through France and Spain.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. So it is now 5:25 in the morning. We are careering through northern France, probably around about Arras at the minute, on our way to Paris. Old Craigie John has taken the wheel for the first time, because I've been driving for a grand total of 10 hours and 35 minutes. But I've been travelling for around about 14 hours. So I'm going to get my head down for a bit, and I'll see you when we stop for some breakfast. Good morning and welcome to France, where the local time is 10 to 7. Managed to get an hour's sleep. Bit weird being passenger princess in my own car. but we have stopped for some breakfast. We've got some coffee, got some fresh French baguettes, and we are due to arrive into Barcelona at an estimated time of 5:15, which is pretty fucking disgusting. We'll see how that one goes. Keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen. If you are enjoying this style of content and the lifestyle stuff as well as the work stuff I put out, please hit the like button down below and remember to hit that bell to subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So, we are not even fucking halfway yet. We have done, how far have we done? About 1,200 kilometres so far, and we still have about 400 miles to go. So I don't know what that is in kilometres. Maybe another 500 or something. And I'm fucking knackered. We are both absolutely knackered. So it is currently 10 to 11 French time. It is 10 to 11 French time, and we have 6 hours 52 minutes to go and 470 miles to go. We're, I want to say, about halfway through France, I think. And yeah, middle of France, literally. If you were to look at a map of France where it says France in the middle, we are over slap bang in the middle of that. And we are both absolutely knackered. But I tell you what a trip this has been, and what an absolute machine to do it in. It has been just absolutely incredible so far. Really, really good fun. Really kind of glad we are doing it. It was only a couple of years ago I was dreaming of doing stuff like this and being able to do things like this with my mates in my dream car. Probably should have planned it a little bit better. Like you can see already my skin's having a bit of a breakout because I'm tired, and I've had a bit too much caffeine to keep me going and not enough sleep, so I could have maybe planned it a bit better, but wouldn't change it for the world. So we've actually got tickets for the fan zone tonight, which I think we're probably going to miss by the time that we get there. So I think it's a case of get to the hotel, get parked, have something to eat, have a wash, go to sleep, and then have a full day exploring Barcelona. So yeah, another long way to go, but yeah, great fun so far.
Then they would take 4 hours off, then they would build stuff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you fucking look at that? The sunshine is here. We are currently, I don't know where we are. We're somewhere in France. We're quite close to the Spanish border. It is 4 p.m. We've been driving for 19 and a half hours and we've done 1,706 kilometers. We have approximately I don't know because it's not telling me. 2 hours left. I'm trying to see how many miles. A lot of miles. About 150, 160 miles to go before we get to Barcelona. So we're going to be there around about 6:30. I had to stop and let the car cool down a bit. The brakes were getting a little bit hot. But yeah, we are nearly there. The sunshine is here. And I tell you what, an incredible drive this has been. I think we're gonna get moving. But I'm just going to narrate a little along the way, if you'll indulge me. So, 20 hours near enough in the car. Going to be about 22 and a half hours since I left Manchester yesterday by the time we get there. And yeah, some journey and some drive. It's been wet and rainy and miserable, and there's been traffic and there's been sunshine, and there has been some absolutely incredible views. But I think the reason why we did this was really solidified to me a second ago. So we were caught in a bit of traffic just as we were coming up to the services here, and Craig said to me, you know, I've not felt myself this last week. I felt a bit off, a bit meh. I think like we all do, you know, entrepreneurship is really, really busy. Craig's quite new to the world of entrepreneurship. He's launched an online clothing brand, which I'll happily share all the links below as well, because it's some good stuff that he's putting out, especially if you're into motorsport, and really kind of getting the name out there. And I know exactly how hard that startup phase is. And he said the more and more we've driven, and especially the more and more we've driven this car to, you know, such a stunning place such as Barcelona, for something that we both love as much as the Formula One, it just kind of emphasizes why men need these trips with their friends, because it is hard to be an entrepreneur, and it's hard to be a man, but it's hard to just be a person in fucking general, right? And you know, trips like this remind us why we work so hard and why we fucking sacrifice so much and give all that we do just so that the people around us can have the very, very best. And certainly for me anyway. But it's also equally as important to reward ourselves with trips like this. And yeah, it reinforces that whilst I am very tired, and whilst I'm not looking forward to driving home on Monday, it's so worth it, especially in this car. And you know, if I had to go back and I had to sell this car on Tuesday when I got home, I'd be happy knowing that I've done this trip and I've had that trip in this car. And I don't think there's a car I'd have rather done it in.
Beginning of the day, except the Titanic went down. This inquiry is reliable.
And well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. After 27 hours and 41 minutes since I left my home in Manchester, 22 hours and 7 minutes of driving, 1,968 kilometres, and an average speed of 90 kilometres an hour, we have finally made it to Barcelona for the F1. Ladies and gents, if you've enjoyed this little lifestyle vlog, very, very different style of content for me, please make sure you like, please make sure you subscribe, make sure you tell your nan about it, because I know your nan is going to absolutely love it, because nans just adore me. Sorry, I'm trying not to get a bus lane fine. And we'll see you for the next one. Have a great day.